Here we go again.
Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm glad you guys can make it. You all seem to be doing very well, and I'm glad to see that. Now, if you don't mind, grab some popcorn and take a seat because I'm coming after a new anime to dunk on. That's right, guys. Another video that could get me blasted from the internet. Another beloved anime that I have a thing or two to say about. Make sure not to get too attached to your favorite show. There is an unhinged maniac out there destroying different anime left, right, and center. And yours could be next. Well, enough of that stuff. Today, we are going to have a little bit of a word with Mr. Light Yagami as we take a look at one of the most popular anime of all time, Death Note. The story of a man who grew into insanity after he was given the power of God. But before we get into the video, I would like to tell you guys to stay tuned till the end of the video. I have a little bit of an announcement to make that you guys may or may not be interested in, so stay tuned. And also make sure to watch Death Note before you watch this video in order to have an established opinion on the matter and to avoid getting spoiled. You have been warned. Alright, let's get this dumpster fire started. Let's start off the video by swimming in gold. The L arc. The arc that tells the story of the biggest wits of the country clashing heads. We have Light Yagami in one corner, an A-grade, overall almost perfect student that comes into contact with a strange book that could take the life of any person if their name is written inside it, dropped by a Shinigami named Ryuk. This man uses the book to try and eradicate all of the evil in the world, including crooks, criminals, and even at some point in the story, even considers killing lazy people. Shee, I'd be a goner. In an attempt to create a utopia where he'd be the new god of the world, under the alias Kira. And in the other corner, we have L. Lolliot, a prestigious detective known for solving even the most complicated and mysterious cases that have arisen in his stead, who devotes himself to try and figure out who this mysterious Kira is and bring him to justice following his murder spree. A battle of wits where both sides seem determined to win by any means necessary and will not falter to each other in the slightest. This was a legendary battle. There wasn't a moment in this duel, this battle, this arc where the tension let up. You can literally feel that one slip up, one slight mistake could prove to be fatal. This is something that is actually shown to us in the second episode where Light is debated by L himself into killing a death row criminal pretending to be L. As a result of Light's screw up here, L was able to narrow down the killer's whereabouts from the entire world to just Japan, showing that one small mistake could lead to devastating results. And from here on, the concentration, the focus, and the tension seem to never go away in what seemed to be an endless battle of the minds. Measures being taken, traps being planted, and moves being calculated 5 steps in the future, hoping that the enemy eventually cracked. It was so fascinating seeing all of the strategies going into every little move they made. No matter how small and insignificant the move might seem, it was still calculated to the decimal. It felt like I was watching a chess game come to life in the real world. There's just so much to appreciate in this arc no matter where you look at it. Whether you're watching the two do detective work together, having a match of tennis, or even just eating by themselves, it all just felt nearly perfect with the tension, all the way up to the eventual death of L. Finally, Light had won. He could do whatever he wanted. He could finally build the utopia, the perfect world that he always dreamed of building. Or at least that's what I wanted to see. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm about to go on a rant. I really dislike the Nier arc. And I would use a word that starts with H and rhymes with fate. But I'm not trying to die. So yeah, dislike is the word I'll use. First of all, picking up the point I made before, I found it a huge turnoff that we never get to see a world where Light finally reigns above all, where he is freely able to do whatever he wants now that L was out of the picture. Sure, we are told that the populace and the people around the world are slowly turning and accepting Kira as the supreme ruler, but we never actually get to see it happen. Was it really that hard to give us 1 or 2 episodes where we get to see what Light actually does now that he had no one to defy him? Those episodes could have shown how the populace changed, what consequences would have resulted from Light's victory. I mean, his entire objective in the last arc was to kill this man so that he could be free to do as he wished. That was the entire point. But nope, literally the next episode, we are introduced to completely brand new characters that had never been mentioned before, so that we can go into this spiral of brain games all over again and completely beat this dead horse until the very end. First, we have Mello, who, I mean, at least he was different, but he still wasn't someone that I was really interested in. And then we have Nier, who in particular takes L's legacy and literally wipes his ass with it. All right, let's go into paint here. Let's open up the file. All right, there you go. We got him. Let's do a little bit of this. Why not? There you go. And there you go. Brand new character. Like, tell me he's not just a copy paste of L. Corporate needs you to find the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture. And you mean to tell me that L, the only man that was able to combat light in a strategic battle of smarts during the entire first part of the story, was beaten by some kid that came out of nowhere? Yeah, okay. I buy that story 100%. And on top of that, this arc was just uninteresting and boring as well. Like, remember that part where they had to go knows where to save Light's sister? Yup, I was so invested in that part. Things just didn't feel the same. Like, I really struggled to finish this arc. So much so that it got to a point where I stopped watching anime as a whole for like about a month. But eventually, I did end up finishing it, and while I could say that the ending of the anime was top level stuff, I can't say the same thing about the arc itself. In the end, in my opinion, it was a very disappointing way to leave one of the most prestigious anime of all time. And that's all I've got to say. But before I end the video, I have a bit of an announcement to make. The other day, I got a comment suggesting that I do a video on a specific anime. However, since I've only started watching anime about like 2 years ago, I hadn't watched that anime yet, so I sadly had to decline. So keeping that in mind, I came up with this idea that will hopefully end that problem. I would like to announce that from now on, I will be linking my Mal account in the description of every video starting today. If you guys like my content and want to suggest a video that I could make, please feel free to go to my anime list and check if I actually watch the anime that you would like me to make a video on. This list will always be up to date, so in addition to make it easier for video suggestions, if you'd like, you can keep track of my anime watching journey in real time. For example, as you can see right now, I'm watching Gintama, My Hero, One Piece, and Vinland Saga. Every time I watch an episode of any of these anime, the episode number will update as well, so there you go. My anime list in the description of every video. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe with notifications turned on, and comment down below how you feel about Death Note. Anyway, that's it for me. Peace out, you troglodytes.